Chris Singerbeck with Singerbeck Grills, and today, boys and girls, we're going to talk about wood. So why is it considered, I think the foremost thing to discuss is why is it considered the apex of grilling? Why? Just why? And something that I've preached, and I will get on a soapbox about it, is your wood needs to be considered an ingredient or a cooking style. It is going to impart different flavors, different aromatics into your food. And you're going to think I'm crazy, but it's like trying to describe what different wines taste like or different bourbons or so forth. Yes, they all taste smoky. All right. But, like fruit woods, you can start using any hardwood, nutwood, fruit wood. Fruit woods are going to be sweet. I've never really found one that's a strong flavor. I do know of friends in like South Florida or California, and they cook on citrus and they love it. I've actually never had it, or I know of people that cook with grapevines and so forth. So there's a wide plethora to use. My favorite is this. It's shagbark hickory. I just love it. I mean, I love the smell of it. I love the way it burns. It's just absolutely my favorite. Second would be oaks, white oaks, red oaks, so forth. This is actually a red oak. This is a branch that fell down out here last year, and I've been using it to cook on. They're all going to have their different flavors. This is black walnut. Black walnut can be strong, but I like strong flavors. Walnuts can be strong. Red oaks can be strong. You're going to find a lot of the bitterness that people don't like is going to be into the bark layer. So we have the heartwood, the sapwood, and the bark and the cambium underneath that, and that's where a lot of the bitterness is going to take into effect. The mellow flavors, the ones that we really love, are going to be into the heartwood. The sapwood is, yeah, it tastes good, but yeah, it's going to be a balance between tasting good and we're just going to use it for heat. But if I had, say, if life was perfect and I had just heartwood out of a hickory, oh my God, that'd be fantastic. But even with hickory, so like say if I'm cooking for my family and they don't like it as strong of a flavor as I do, I just shave the bark off of it, and that'll leave me just the good stuff underneath of it. Don't discard the bark, especially like with me with hickory. So say if I'm cooking a steak, just searing in general, because it's so fast onto the fire, you're not going to get a full flavor profile coming off of it. And that's why you hear a lot of chefs go towards, it's okay, fine to use gas or electric and so on. But with me, if I still have a wood fire or a charcoal fire, that's where I'm going to use a lot of my bark. It's strong, but because the food's not on there for very long, you're still going to get that profile come out of it. So, in the same way with black walnut, although I just don't like the bark, so I would shave it off anyway. This is good wood too, but I can't get enough. So sizes. For grilling, I tell people, and what I do is it's a 16-inch log with a 4-inch split. This is small. This is a good size. Reason being for grilling is we're going to take this log and it's going to be broken down into smaller embers or smaller coals. So if I start off with a chunk of wood, it's just going to take longer. I'm just going to waste a lot of the energy, a lot of the heat coming out of it while I'm getting my good fire going. So it just makes life a lot better if you just split it down. And I'll get into how to build a fire in the next video, but yeah, 16-inch log, 4-inch split, that'll be nice for grilling. We can, have a set of coals and have our log off to the side, kind of smoking, and that'll give us our full flavor profile what we're wanting. For branches, because, obviously this is red oak, and so it grows slower, and it's going to start its heartwood sooner than a faster growing species. But with branches, you're not going to have as full of a flavor as you would something more mature. So maybe if I'm starting off, I'll use these as my base. This is going to get broken down into coals, and then I'm going to introduce my larger chunks for later. But irregardless, these are still going to be good tasting. The bark, being since there's not much of it, is going to be fine. You don't really have to worry about shaving it off, even for black walnut. There's just not much there. But irregardless, a lot of the flavors are going to be, you're going to have to just experiment. Find out what is available locally for you. You can buy stuff online and so forth, but just experiment. Any hardwood, fruit wood, nut wood is going to taste good. Here in Central Illinois, we got the hickories, we got the oaks, we have wild cherry, which I like, but I won't use it for beef because it's really sweet. I mean, it's like smelling sugar when you cut into it. I don't like sweet meat. So I'll use that for, pork or poultry or fish or so forth. But each wood's gonna have its own different flavor. So the next question would be, where do you get it from? Any wood supplier worth their salt, and you call them up or email them or whatever, and you say, I wanna cook on this, they're gonna get you something good. And they have some good advice for you. You'll be able to specify, I would like a 16-inch long, 4-inch split. They'll know exactly what you're talking about. So the next question I get is yield. So, and that's one of the benefits of wood fire grilling is surprisingly, it's really cheap to fuel. Here I can get, say, a half cord or a rick, or whatever you want to call it. Basically, it's the load of a pickup bed for 120 bucks. I know it's different when you get into large metropolitan areas, but if you were to get the same size of fuel for charcoal, it would cost you way more. So it's really cheap. And plus the benefit is stuff like this. This is literally a branch that fell down out here and we cut it up and now we're gonna cook on it. So there's that huge benefit with cooking over wood, other than the flavor, which is why we do it, right?